Defiant one. Don't you understand? I mean, it's crazy, right? I couldn't believe...
Mr. Evans,
What is this? You want an autograph?
you're a tough man to find.
Kind of need a pen if you want an autograph, man. Oh, okay. So, man, these people are getting crazy nowadays. They literally just show up anywhere in public and be like, oh, let me get an autograph. I know, right? That's what happens when you're a celebrity. All right, man, there you go.
That's your copy.
My copy. Hold on, man. I'll call you back. My copy. GHE. Oh, that is my debut this Saturday. CJ Evans, yeah, that's me. James Anthony. Never heard of him. Alright, cool. GHE, you better get ready, because the Defiant one is coming.
Can I have my pin back?
Can I have my pin back? No, I'm keeping it.
And we just heard from CJ Evans. He accidentally apparently signed his contract, but he's going to be facing off against James Anthony in his debut tonight. And we're going to hop right into that action. CJ Evans versus James Anthony is right now.
Introducing first, wherever he wants, the Defiant One, CJ
And as you heard our announcer, Money Matt Miller, say, the Defiant One, CJ Evans, he calls himself the Defiant One because he purposely just goes against whatever anyone else believes. Whatever you believe, he believes the opposite, regardless of what it is. He's a contrarian, if you will. And he hates the crowd and they hate him back. And that's pretty obvious here. But he's making his debut here in GHE. He's had a lot of buzz on the independent scene as of late. And we're going to see what he can do here in his debut in GHE against James Anthony. And he flips into the ring, showing his athleticism. He's already gotten into it with the crowd already. And the match hasn't even started yet. And here comes James Anthony. We've seen him a few times in GHE, a favorite of the crowd, as you can hear. He's going to face off against CJ Evans. And while we've got the introductions out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Cleve Boston. I'm your host and commentator here for GHE Crash Out. I'd like to thank you for joining us. This is going to be our first match of 2 this evening. James speaking to our referee, Trevor Highsmith, affectionately known as Speedy. And now he's checking Trevor to make sure he doesn't have any weapons. James has known Trevor for a long time. He's always joking around with him. And now Trevor checking him. And we got to get CJ in the ring. We're going to start off a hot pink versus neon green in the gear matchup here. And again, before the match even starts, CJ Evans arguing with the ref. And CJ wants the crowd to cheer for him, even though he's been talking trash to him since the moment he walked out from the curtain. And he actually gets a couple of crowds, but a couple of cheers from the crowd, if you will, but mostly boos here. And this is a classic staple in wrestling. See if they cheer me, see if they cheer you. And of course, like I said, the crowd loves James Anthony. They've been behind him since he debuted at GHE and Farmageddon last year. Now the CJ's telling the ref to get up there. And what an ovation for Speedy L, and CJ uses that as a distraction to attack James. And I can't say that it wasn't clever. But good for Speedy to get that ovation. He got the loudest cheer out of the three of them. But CJ takes advantage. Going to Irish whip James, who reverses. Hip toss from James Anthony. Evans back on his feet. Japanese arm drag. And a scoop slam from James Anthony, trying to wrap it up quick. Barely a 1 count, and CJ is going to roll right out of the ring and try to catch a breather. And James not far behind CJ, jumping off of the double axe handle, smashing CJ, who knocked over the cane of that fan, who seems to be struggling to reach it. The level of disrespect by this man. Slamming CJ's head into the mat there. And James trying to entertain the crowd here. A little stall on slamming the head back into the mat, and he's gonna toss CJ right back in the ring. And CJ tries to, oh, he may have hyperextended his knee there. Trying to stomp James. James saw it coming. James comes in. Big splash in the corner. Snapmare. Oh, and did you hear that right to the back of the neck, solar plexus area there? But CJ still able to kick out. And James staying on the attack with a forearm. Shoulder tackle in the corner. One more. Looks like he's going to Irish whip here. Reverse from Evans. James into the corner. Tosses CJ over. And they get into a punch battle there. CJ wrenches the arm and drops it down on the top rope. Some people might say that's cheap using the top rope. I'm not completely against it. He caught Anthony off guard. And may have injured his shoulder there. You can dislocate a shoulder easily by doing that. And he's still snatching the arm, wrenching on it. He realized he injured the shoulder, and he's staying on it here. And the crowd saying CJ sucks, and that's how they feel. Oh, and a stiff forearm shot from CJ Evans to James Anthony. Now it looks like he's just choking him right in front of the ref. He knows he's got to the count of 5, but Trevor gonna warn him here. A European uppercut, and it spins around into another forearm. A snapmare from Evans there. Into the ropes, and a blockbuster to a sitting James Anthony. Just barely a 2 count, not enough to get it done, and he's back wrenching that arm. And the hand, fingers, wrist. He's trying to get in there and wrench that wrist hard. That definitely hurts. But he's putting pressure on James's shoulder still. And now stepping on the fingers. And stomps that shoulder. He's definitely targeting the left shoulder of James Anthony. And that may be the smart move. Pick a body part and stay on it. And another 2 count for CJ Evans as James Anthony kicks out. Drags Anthony back to the center of the ring. Oh, and he's got his arm hooked between the leg, and he snaps it back again. He is definitely targeting the arm-shoulder area of James Anthony. And that could be enough to get him, not quite enough to get a win in his debut, but he's going to have to stay on James here. James is resilient, if anything. He's rarely the bigger man. A kick to the gut. He gets some stomps for it and a choke to the neck. James Anthony's rarely the bigger man, but he has a lot of fight in him. It takes a lot to keep James Anthony down. He does not give up. He keeps fighting until he can't fight anymore. But he's going to have to get some of that fight out here. Lining him up for it looks like a chop. And he fakes a chop just because he thinks the crowd wanted to see it, so he doesn't do it. He's playing too many games with the crowd. He needs to just worry about the opponent in the ring. But I can't say too much against him right now. Clearly his offense is working. He's staying on that shoulder, which is always a smart attack. You injure a body part and you target it. And just elbow smashes into that shoulder. If James dislocated his shoulder earlier, this is not doing anything to help him. And a warning from referee Speedy there for the language, as we do try to maintain a family-friendly image. James starting to fight back. A big knee into the ropes. Goes for that super kick. Rolls him up. Kick out. Or maybe a pile driver. Or oh, and James reverses it. Back body drop. A spinning kick to the gut. What are we going for here? CJ spins out. And did you hear that? He may have just broken a finger or two of James Anthony and twists him, and he slammed him so hard that the bandana flew off the head of James Anthony there. I was wondering when that was going to come off, and that was enough to do it. But James may have something bigger to worry about. He may have 2 broken fingers. And CJ removing his wrist tape here. He removed it and he's wrapping it around the arm of James. That's technically a foreign object and it's not legal. He's wrapped it around there, using it to wrench the shoulder of James Anthony even harder. And Speedy's going to throw that out of the ring. CJ backs up, seems to be trying to line something up. Goes for maybe a cutter. Reversal by James, who rolls him up. The backslide there. Going for that super kick again. And if James can hit that, that may do it. We've seen him win matches before. And a jumping flatliner type maneuver there. Both men are down. James still favoring that arm. I don't know if he's injured, but clearly he's got some pain in that arm. The referee may consider stopping this match. But to this point, James clearly does have some fight left in him. He is able to defend himself. So Trevor going to let this match continue. Both men on their knees. Oh, a forearm from CJ. A return from James Anthony. And we're forearming back and forth. Whoa, and that one caught CJ Evans hard, who still delivers a rebuttal. Another one from James. And another one. James fighting back. That one knocks CJ back a little bit. Lining up one more. And a poke to the eye from CJ Evans. Technically illegal, but not enough to get him disqualified. So you know, you can't argue against tactics like this. And he may be choking him there. Either way, the ref's telling him to get out of the corner. I don't think that was quite a choke. CJ charges in. Boot to the face. James Anthony still fighting back here. Oh, and a hard back elbow. Big clothesline from James Anthony. Another back elbow. Still struggling to get use out of that left arm. Irish whip, reversal. James comes back, ducks a clothesline. Jumping neck breaker. You got to get the pin, James. He might want to go for the pin. He's trying to get the crowd behind him. Get that little bit of motivation. He may be trying to line something up. I think he should have gone for the pin there. But he's lining something up. James Anthony charging in. CJ steps out of the way. And he fakes a crossbody. CJ ducks. Up and over sunset flip. And CJ kicks out. I don't know that I've ever seen someone fake a springboard crossbody, but it clearly worked there. With a pump fake into the sunset flip. James slow to get back to his feet, though. Another stiff forearm. For another Irish whip, he gets him. CJ ducks a clothesline. Hurricane Rana, and CJ hangs on. And a Styles clash may be enough to end it here. And James just barely able to fight out of it. It looked like he barely had enough to get that shoulder up, but it was just enough. CJ seems frustrated. CJ just jawing with the crowd again. CJ seemingly trying to line something up here. Cameraman gets into position to try to catch this action. Goes for another cutter. James Anthony hangs on, and he finally hits that super kick right directly to the jaw. That was a stiff kick. That might do it. And it does. What a kick.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, James Anthony.
And James Anthony defeats the debuting CJ Evans. What an opening contest. James Anthony fights back at the end, hits that super kick finally, and it's enough to put CJ away. And after that great matchup, it's now time for our main event. We do want to preface this by saying this is the last match of the Airtime Rockerz in GHE. Due to unfortunate circumstances, Ryan Miller is no longer with the company, but we're going to hop right into the main event, Airtime Rockerz versus Radical City Kingz for the Tag Team Championships.
Our next match is tag team action, and it is for the Mexican American Tag Team Championship.
And you see burger flipping ref Joe in the ring, a fantastic referee. And here come the Airtime Rockerz. They are the tag team champions of Mexico and America. Although I understand Mexico's technically in North America. And Encore with his patented flip over the ropes. And these guys have been the crowd favorite, undefeated in GHE. Encore debuted on our first show in singles competition where he was victorious, and he is one of the, I believe, only two people undefeated in GHE, Encore and the Infinite Man. I guess technically Ryan Miller is undefeated in GHE as well, but Encore did have a singles match in there. And the Radical City Kingz, Robin Golf and ATL, another crowd favorite. They actually won the first ever tag team match in GHE. They felt snubbed because they didn't get an invite to the tag team tournament, but they were promised that they would get a shot at whoever won the tournament. So, you know, they didn't have to fight through a tournament to get their title shot. And they have been tag team champions in promotions across North Carolina. They've been a team for around 20 years. And this is a battle of two crowd favorite teams. Both teams undefeated in GHE, so something's got to give here.
Rocky Mountain, North Carolina. Praise the Lord!
Looks like Encore's got something he wants to say to the crowd here. Let's hear him.
Tonight marks our 12-year anniversary as professional wrestlers. And it's safe to say we couldn't do it without each and every one of you. And we daggone sure couldn't do it without these two. Because 13 years ago, we walked in a hot training facility and they showed us everything we know. And for the first time in 12 years, this is the first tag team match we're having against each other. And when we won these tag team championships, the office asked us who deserved a shot. And you were the first ones that came to mind. We want to tell y'all from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for everything. And we wouldn't be here without you guys.
And a show of respect right at the beginning from the Airtime Rockerz. And like they said, they had a hand in training the Airtime Rockerz when they debuted 12 years ago. A bunch of handshakes, fist bumps, show of respect. And we get that respect out of the way, and the punches start getting thrown. The Radical City Kingz, they want those tag belts. And sometimes you got to do whatever it takes. Moving in unison here. Oh, that was smooth. And we hear the bell. I don't believe Joe actually called for the bell, though. We did hear the bell hit one time. Airtime Rockerz diving to the outside in unison once again. And that's why they're called the Airtime Rockerz. And as you hear Joe say, yeah, the match is not officially started, but we've got two in now, and the bell has rung officially this time. Suplex from Encore. Oh, a quick 2 count. That was closer than I anticipated early. The Kingz may regret trying to jump the tag team champions. And a Russian leg sweep and a diving attack. I'm not sure if Miller caught all of it. He goes for the pin, but lets him out. Wait, here, Encore saw ATL coming into the ring, told him to get out of the pin. Smart move here. Good eye by Encore and to warn his partner. Double drop kick to the head of ATL. Now, Robin is technically the legal man, so is Ryan Miller, and there goes ATL outside to the floor. And the ref needs to restore some order. We're early in this match, too early for it to be breaking down. And the crowd seemingly behind the Rockerz. Like I said, it's 2 crowd favorite tag teams. Miller into the ropes, and he's tripped by ATL. And a jawbreaker from Robin. Probably the quickest one in this match. Reversal. Ducks under the back elbow. Irish whip. Oh, and a boot directly to the face. That caught him right in the jaw. And a back suplex and a neck breaker combination here. 1, 1.5, 2. And Ryan Miller kicks out. He's calling for Encore, but Encore's down on the floor somewhere after catching a kick right to the jaw. Crowd chanting for the Rockerz. Suplex. Miller's foot hit the rope. You can injure an ankle there. ATL going to tag Robin in. A big fist. Another double team. They're double team experts. Atomic drop. Drop kick to the knee. Oh, and did you see that? I wish the cameraman had been on the other side because that boot connected directly to the face of Ryan Miller. Miller's still trying to fight back, though. I'm surprised. I'll be surprised if his nose isn't broken, though. Knee to the gut. Trying to reach for Encore, but he's too far away. Irish whip attempt, reverse. Robin up and over, just does clear the head. Miller eats the turnbuckle, drop kick to the knee. Oh, kick to the elbow. Insecurity there. Caught him on the shoulder. Miller still fighting. He kicks out here. Oh, and he's fighting back with a slap to the chest. And that's just enough to anger Robin Golphin. Double axe handle. Irish whip Miller into the corner. He's going to whip ATL into him. Back elbow. Another whip. Code breaker. This team has so many combinations. It's just crazy. And they're still not done. What are we going to see here? He picks him up. Oh, and just drops him directly on the lower body, the legs area. And Encore going to break that up. He really needs to get the tag, though. Ryan Miller's been getting double teamed repeatedly. And that was directly to the face. Miller trying to fight back. It's just to no avail. Oh, and ATL may be biting Ryan Miller.
Whatever it costs. What are you trying to do? You want to be a champion or not?
And we're seeing a little bit more aggressive side of ATL. After he bit Ryan Miller, he says whatever it costs, arguing with Robin. And Robin says we don't do it like that. A big kick there. Yeah, it seemed like Robin didn't approve of the tactics that ATL was using. And that tag seemed a little aggressive. And maybe this aggressive side will motivate Robin Goffin. ATL said you have to do whatever it takes to be champion. And you know, he may not be wrong in that. European uppercut from Robin Goffin. Another solid European uppercut. And one more, and Robin trying to get the crowd behind him, but after the tactics of ATL, I don't know if they want to cheer for this team. Irish whip, he ducks under, and a big kick or knee. I couldn't quite tell what, I guess it was a knee because he's holding his knee like that may have made contact. A running knee strike, and is that enough to get the tag here, to finally get Encore back into this ring? Tag made by both teams. ATL and Encore, the legal man clothesline from Encore. Back elbow. He ducks under. Swinging neck breaker. ATL still on his feet though. All four men in between the ropes. Whisper in the wind, I believe that's called. Shades of Jeff Hardy. And we're gonna get some 10 punches here. They do the 6-7 joke, and that's enough. They're going to switch. And corner attacks from both men. Ryan Miller seemed to have lost his footing there, but he's going to come back out. Bulldog and a clothesline, taking out both men. And Encore to the top. They are the Airtime Rockerz.
Let's go.
And a Swanton bomb, speaking of the Hardys. I think that may have done it, but Robin gets in and saves it. And he's going for looks like maybe a double team. Ryan Miller. And another solid super kick. We've seen so many super kicks in this match hit directly in the center of the face. I don't know how these Rockerz noses aren't just broken. Short drop kick there by Robin Goffin. Frog splash, and we may have new tag champs. And now Ryan Miller just barely saves the win. We've had 2 near falls here in the last minute or two. And this crowd is clearly now firmly behind the Airtime Rockerz, who can't seem to get to their feet. And ATL confirming with Robin that he wants to win, and he's grabbed the drumsticks of Ryan Miller. You're not going to win if you hit him with those right in front of the ref. ATL seemingly going to lengths that we haven't seen before to try to get these tag titles. And again, Robin says not like that. We're not gonna cheat. And now some super kicks to ATL. He bumps Robin out of the ring, and there's a finisher that may put it away. And the Radical City Kingz just couldn't get on the same page. It seemed like they had two different game plans. And the Airtime Rockerz do retain in what was their final match in GHE. The Airtime Rockerz still tag team champions. And I think the Radical City Kingz need to have a talk here. They just couldn't get on the same page. It seemed like ATL wanted to go, a little bit beyond what may be legal, and Robin wanted to win, but he wanted to do it within the rules. He only wants those belts if he earned it in a fair way, and that's a noble thing. But at the same time, ATL was willing to do whatever it takes, and you can understand that point of view too. It was just a little more than what Robin was willing to do. And the Airtime Rockerz have retained the tag team championships, and it looks like the Kingz are arguing. I'm gonna be quiet, see if maybe we can hear them. And can we cut the music? I'm trying to hear what this argument is. And ATL said it's over, and he's walking out on Robin. This was the last match of the Airtime Rockerz. Could it have also been the last match of the Radical City Kingz? I don't know. We'll see you next time. I'm Cleve Boston. This is GHE Crash Out, and we're leaving with a lot of questions unanswered.